Hi everyone, I'm Hannah, and the purpose of this flash talk is to introduce the utility of the programming language R and version control in volcanology and tephra studies. So I firstly want to encourage everyone to give writing code a go. I think it can really significantly reduce the sources of user error and improve the reproducibility of your results. I also think writing code and sharing it using some form of version control can enhance collaboration and facilitate open science. I also want to dismiss the myth that writing code is some kind of really hard thing, and I think everyone can learn to do it. So the reasons that I recommend using R are primarily because it's a freely available high-level programming language, and it's got a very broad usership. So online there's lots of help and resources available freely if you run into any difficulties, which is very normal. It's also a highly requested language by employers, both in and outside of earth sciences, so it's great to have on the CV. I've also found that the RStudio platform is very user-friendly, so you can write your code there, execute it, and I find that's really helpful to have everything in one place, and it's really easy to use. I'll also just point out at this stage that R, the language, and RStudio are really easily compatible with other programming language, so you won't be pigeonholing yourself into one language if you're a bit worried about that. I also recommend using something like a version control software such as GitHub as part of your programming workflow, as this acts as a backup for any code that you write and also allows you to kind of collaborate with multiple authors if you're on a code-based project together, which is really useful. So I don't have time in this format to go through all the examples of how you can use R in volcanology, but here are just a few data visualizations I've made in R. Essentially any plot that I show in a paper or presentation I've probably made in R. And then I've included this QR code, which should bring you to a GitHub repository where I've started to share some of the code that I've written in the past. So ways to manipulate data and some data analysis and data visualization code, which hopefully you'll find useful. And finally, it would be great to build a community of our users within VMSG. So if that's something you're interested in, please get in touch with me. Thanks for listening.